Gangom Bala Devi is India's first women footballer to score a goal in a top-tier European league for a top-tier European club. But what has been her journey thus far? What has been the story behind her life that has brought her to this point? Let's find that out today. Born in Manipur in the year 1990, Bala Devi took to the sport of football at a very young age. Now, there were no girls in her area or her locality that played the sport, so she had to play football with the boys in her area. Now, the society that she lived in was very quick to dismiss and discriminate her on the basis of why she was playing football with the boys of that area. Now, she faced a lot of criticism for that, but never from her father, who was also an ex-football player at the club level, and he was the one who always pushed her forward, motivated her and kept her going in the sport of football. And at a very young age, it was clear that she was going to be a force to be reckoned with. Only at the tender age of 12 years old, she was selected to play for Manipur in the under-19 state level tournament. Now, she immediately impressed, scored a plethora of goals and was adjourned player of the tournament. Imagine being player of the tournament at an under-19 level tournament, that too when you're only 12 years old. Just to prove that this was not a fluke, she came back next year as a 13-year-old and won this accolade. Again, she was adjourned player of the tournament again in 2003 after just being adjourned player of the tournament in 2002. From there on out, this was the focal point of her beginning. From there on out, there was no looking back for her. She rose through the ranks rapidly. Everyone heard the name Bala Devi in the football circuit, and subsequently she went through her state teams and soon after played for India at the under-16 and the under-19 level. Then in the year 2010 came her big break, the national call-up to play for India. Now, it was the South Asian Football Federation Championship in the year 2010 where Bala Devi made her debut. It was a match against Bhutan, and just imagine playing for India, going out for your debut match. You must be feeling nervous. Not Bala Devi. She went on to score 5 goals in that match where India thrashed Bhutan 8-0 and went on to score many more goals in that tournament. She eventually ended up with 8 goals in just 5 matches as India lifted the SAF championship in the year 2010. After that, there was no looking back for her. She went on to play for India a bunch of more times and subsequently won the 2014 SAF championships, and then again in the year 2016 where she was the captain of the Indian team. She came back and lifted the trophy yet again, the third time in her illustrious career that she had won the SAF championship. Now, she's played for India for 58 matches and has scored 52 goals. Now, just think about the goals per game ratio. 52 goals in just 58 games. Many big players do not achieve that level of consistency that she's shown in her career thus far. And all this led to the next chapter of her life, which turns out to be the biggest one yet. In January 2020, Bala Devi became India's first women footballer to sign a professional contract with an elite European club. Scottish giants Rangers FC came calling and offered Bala Devi an 18-month contract. Not only that, they also gave her the coveted number 10 jersey. Now, for those who follow football regularly, everyone knows how big an honor it is to wear the number 10 jersey of your team. Now, ever since she joined Rangers FC in January last year, it has been an eventful journey so far, I would say. Because of the pandemic being hit, there was not a lot of professional football going around for a few months, but she remained in Scotland. She continued her training and she reaped the rewards of that time that she had put in. Come December 2020, in a match between Motherwell FC and Rangers Football Club, Bala Devi came on as a substitute in the 63rd minute, and then in the 85th minute scored her first goal for Rangers Football Club. A fairy tale story thus far. She became the first Indian women footballer to score a goal in a top European league for a top European club. Her story is one that will inspire many footballers in this country, especially women footballer. Indian men's football is doing reasonably well, but Indian women football needed this kind of a story to uplift the entire scenario of women football in the country. I hope that her story inspires many girls to take up the sport and play professionally, hopefully for India very, very soon.